It's good, people. It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Excuse the lawnmower going on in the background. Um, I want you guys to hear something from Tyson Fury, and I think that a lot of people are not shocked by this. Um, Go back in the archives about 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, and you hear me say Tyson Fury was going to do this exact thing. Did I? Or did I not say Tyson Fury's not retired? Did I not make those videos and I said Tyson Fury's pulling this retired crap because whoever wins for Undisputed, they know that that's the fight that people are going to want to see, whether it's AJ or whether it's Usyk. It's going to be for Undisputed. That's what they want. And he's going to try to make a huge demand and try to get way more money than what he is pretty much initially going to get. And like Frank Warren says, right? You get paid what you make in your last fight, right? So let's hear what Tyson Fury had to say in terms of fighting Usyk.
Hi guys, for all these suitors out there who want to make the fight, I'm going to give you all 7 days till the 1st of September to come up with the money. If not, thank you very much, it's been a blast. I'm retired.
Hi guys, Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. I've just seen Joshua lose for the second time to Usyk. I hope he's dead. However, England has been relieved of its belts yet again, as usual. But there is a remedy and a solution that I can suggest. If you want those belts back, then send in the Gypsy Barbarian of England. Come on! Send me in. I will relieve the Ukrainian Dosser of his belts like I did the last Ukrainian Dosser. But it's not going to be cheap. If you want the best, then you're going to pay. It's going to be very expensive. So get your fucking checkbook out, and I will relieve my Ukrainian Dosser of that belt. You know.
Okay. Now, let's just bring out something that's really simple to see, look at, and see hypocrisy, like right here in front of us. The man said, he referred to Usyk as an unknown foreigner, but then said, "This is, do you want the best? This is," and said, "This is the best fight, in boxing." If he's unknown, then how is this the best fight in boxing? I mean, your popularity doesn't necessarily reflect your skills, okay? But no, he is by far more popular than he ever was. He wasn't the most known fighter, but guess what? AJ's one of top two with him and Canelo, and guess what? He got in there and he fought Anthony Joshua. So eyes were on, if they did, Anthony Joshua wasn't there fighting himself physically, so he got in there with Anthony Joshua. So everybody who tuned in to see Anthony Joshua, they saw Usyk as well. Now he just beat him, and all of the things going on with the war and the talk about that. No, his profile has been built up, and pretty much Tyson Fury's a man who said, "I don't do it for the money. I don't care about the money." He said boxing gives him peace of mind. Now he feels like he can be himself when he's boxing. I told you guys, this is all crap. And the younger you are, the more ignorant you talk. You realize you can't fight forever. At some point, you start to understand. You thinking, you know what? Like I said, they sit down with their teams and they start, "Hey, look, man, now you need them to try to, make this exit strategy of yours. Because whatever, if you fight, whether he has in his mind how many more fights he want or not, type of thing, he's claiming he's retired. So here's the deal. As you're winding down in age and physically to the point of your career where it's like, all right, I don't know how much longer I want to do this. Now your exit strategy needs to start before you get to that point where you start deteriorating, okay? Because you may not get to accomplish what you wanted to. But now, all of a sudden, I told you guys he was going to do this. All this stuff about, oh, he's retired. No, he's not retired, because the guy is still the WBC champion. He's still ranked even as of now. Even as of now. And you just seen Frank Warren did a video saying that Tyson Fury is going to keep the belt. I told you guys, all of this is talk because he want these promoters and these sanctioning bodies to feel scared, like, man, we're going to miss out on a huge fight and payday. So if he wants $500 million, let's give him $500 million. So basically, he's not going to get $500,000. Okay, so let's just say if they gave him $100,000, if that's still a lot more than what he made his last fight. What did Frank Warren say? He made $32 million. Okay, that's a lot more than $32 million. But he's trying to, overprice himself because either one, he doesn't really want to fight Usyk, or two, because maybe it will be his last fight. But most fighters, when they lose, especially when they have a huge ego, if they lose, they don't want to go out with a loss. They want to go out with the win. So they'll have another fight. Probably pick a lesser opponent. Maybe, and this is my thing, okay? To say if you want the fight, it's going to cost you. No, do you want the fight? It's if you want the fight, not if the promoters want it. The fans, yeah, they want undisputed. Do you want the fight? And Tyson Fury is the master of that word salad. He likes to say things in a way to take your attention and focus off what's really going on, what that center line really is. Now he wants you all over it. No, right here. If that fight doesn't happen, it's not going to be because Usyk don't want the fight. Usyk wants to be undisputed. So, making videos talking about what Anthony Joshua should have did and how he, if it was me, I'd have did that. Okay, don't tell us, don't sing it, bring it. Don't tell us about it. We don't want to know what you think you would have did. Show us what you would have did. So this, calling yourself a barbarian, a gladiator, a gypsy king, all this stuff. Okay, cool. Now go in there and back it up. So my whole thing with that is, like I tell you guys, there's other things you can get into to make money than getting punched in your face and your ribs, getting your nose broken, your ribs cracked, all type of this broken orbital bones, spitting up pints of your own blood, to go in there and say you're not doing it for the money. I hear a lot of people, oh yeah, remember fighters back in the day fought for the money. Fought for legacy. They didn't care about the no, bull crap. They always cared about the money. Always cared about the money. The money wasn't nearly then what it is now. Okay, and these guys, it was a lot easier to make fights back then. And these guys wanted to win, they wanted to eat. That's why they fought the way they did, because they wanted it. They know that I gotta win. That's what they had. So you had more wars, where it was more competitive, more regularly than now, where you have guys like, and you always had somebody that did things differently from what most people were doing, whether for better or worse. Okay, and they'll stand out for that, and people will criticize or praise them for it, whatever it is that they're doing. But when you look at what Tyson Fury is saying, this is something that you guys should have been expecting. Because like I told you, for him to all of a sudden claim he's retiring after he fought Dillian White, and knowing that, okay, me and AJ didn't fight, me and Usyk didn't fight, I never fought Joseph Parker, but we already know now all of a sudden they're Mario and Luigi, blood brothers, they're not going to fight each other, but just like, even if he feels like, okay, I beat Wilder, I beat Dillian White, he still didn't fight AJ, and if he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to. But I just don't, I don't respect when fighters talk a lot and then talk about what they would have did, but you still are in a position to do. So either you want it or you don't. All this talk about him retiring, what I tell you. You remember Deontay Wilder said the same thing when it came to him and Joshua. It ain't about the money. It's about legacy. Remember that, right? Then he started talking the same thing about money. Now Deontay Wilder's talking about they was trying to lock him in because they knew that he wasn't going to beat Usyk. Okay, then if you really feel like that and you feel like you can beat AJ, you know that's a huge payday if y'all fight. Why don't you fight Anthony Joshua? No, these guys are sitting around contemplating what they're going to do, and I don't know yet. I'm not sure. A couple months ago, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder was, talking about retirement. Never said he retired. Was talking about it and was talking more like he said he can't get up for this anymore. That's what he said. He just can't get up for boxing anymore. And so basically, yeah, everybody was saying the same thing about him. Well, you mean to tell me that? See, here's the thing. He's complacent with saying he fought Tyson Fury 3 times. So because you fought Tyson Fury 3 times, you don't have to fight Usyk. You don't have to fight Anthony Joshua. You don't have to fight Dillian White. These guys don't want to clean up the division. They don't want to fight the guys that say I fought everyone in my era. They don't want to do that. They don't want, and yet they want to convince you with their words that they're elite or that they're better than everybody else. So when their fans are saying, "Oh yeah, he fought him and he's better than everybody on his resume, so there's no need for him to fight him," and they're confident. They're not confident. They're complacent with that. They're okay with that. Oh yeah, see, everybody know I can beat him, so there's no need to fight him. Okay. And then when somebody say you can't compare yourself to Tyson or Ali or George Foreman or Frazier, you can't. You haven't. Your accomplishments aren't enough. Now, accomplishments doesn't necessarily mean you could or couldn't beat particular fighters. I don't see him beating any of those guys, but I'm just saying, basically, you find yourself, trying to portray yourself as being better than what you are. So when fighters do that, and these casual fans who don't even realize that they're casual fans, they're just fanboys. They get behind everything that comes out of these fighters' mouths, but they never stop to say, you know what, nah. Because like for me to be in conversation with someone, I would sit here and say, Fury, you fought Dillian White, you beat him. Kudos for that, okay? He's of your era. And you knocked him out in 6 rounds. Great. You never fought Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker. You fought Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora tries to win. He fights hard, but he comes up short. And he can't beat elite guys. He doesn't have it in him he tries, but he's just not. They always have more tricks up their sleeve than him. His thing is just throw punches, come, war, like he's always talking, right? Okay, you beat him way back when. You beat Klitschko way back when, never gave him a rematch. You never fought Andy Ruiz. You still have a weak, your resume is, okay, beating Dylan, okay, you can add him to the list, but you still, point what I'm saying, the guys that you beat were years apart. They still mean, they count, they're on your record. But you when it came to Dylan, he didn't want the Dillian White fight. Then he said Dylan's a bum. Oh, Dylan's all just down talking about after he beat him. Oh, Dylan will still give fighters problems in every division. He's strong. He's very strong. And if Anthony Joshua is so easy to beat, right? Why don't you fight him? If Usyk is so small and he's a middleweight and he's easy to beat, and I know how to beat him, fight him. I'm gonna save the rest of that for a different video that I have coming. But it's just basically, again, a fighter saying one thing, everybody forgets about it, and then they go and say something completely different later. So anytime a fighter tell you this nonsense, I don't care how much you like the fighter, I do this for legacy. I don't care about the money. Okay, let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how long it lasts before they start saying they need or want more money. He said the only way that's happening, he's talking this $500 million. He want $500 million for this fight. Well, what I tell you, even for him to say he wants the lion's share of the money, he only has 1 belt. Yet Usyk is unified. He's gonna try to, I'm big, I'm a bigger star than him, and all this. I make more. I told you guys, he's going to try. It's like he's trying to hold him hostage and say, hey, look, if you want, give me what I want. That's basically what he's doing. Not, I want this fight. I got something to prove. No. Now he'll say, I don't have anything to prove because I know I'll beat the Dasa. That's what he'll say. He has nothing to prove. He's only doing it because the people want it. The fans are not coming out their pockets to give you anything aside from getting the ticket to go and see the fight or ordering the fight on pay-per-view or whatever it may be. But, you yourself, you are not saying you want the fight. And, in fact, I'll save this for another video. Just I wanted to get this video out. Because, like I told you guys, man, stop falling for this nonsense and all this. Oh, that's just Tyson Fury being Tyson Fury. These guys do not want to end their careers broke. So you can donate money, you can give money away, you can do all of that, but at some point you get that wake-up call. You driving around in Lamborghinis and Bentleys and all that. Those cars are not cheap. They cost you money, and the kind of money it's going to take for you to maintain that and live that lifestyle to the day they put you in a pine box, cremate you or whatever, you're going to need millions of dollars. And if you don't have generational wealth, if you don't have it like that, at some point you're going to realize, I got to get rid of these expensive cars, sell a couple of these mansions, and we don't need all of that. Money's winding down. I'm getting older. I don't fight no more. Whatever it may be. Just say, I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's not retired. He never was retired. He never relinquished his WBC title. He never stopped paying sanction fees. So he was never retired. It was just a move to, like I said, make it more of a demand where they'll pay him whatever he's asking for to make the fight happen. Ain't nobody giving this man no $500 million. If they're going to give him $500 million, then what are they going to give Usyk? Who's the unified champion, who just beat Anthony Joshua twice, who Fury has never fought. And according to Fury's own words, when they sparred, Anthony Joshua was putting it on him. So, anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.